It was pretty incredible. It felt kind of surreal at first, like it wasn't happening, like we were dreaming or something. So like it didn't settle in at first. We were all just kind of, I don't know, it was just like another game. We just got up and we were like, holy shit, like we finally, like we won, like it's over. But I don't know, it just felt really good, and having my teammates by my side was just awesome. So being away from family was really hard. I've never been away that long from well, I've been away from family that long before, but it wasn't like I couldn't see them if I wanted to, because other times you can just take a flight back or whatever if you want to see them. It's not that big of a deal. But not knowing that I couldn't go back and spend time with them was kind of hard. But I mean, it's also like a life-changing opportunity, like a once-in-a-lifetime thing. So I mean, we just had to look at it like that. And obviously having our teammates there and having all the other players there that we're also very close with is pretty amazing. So we were very lucky for it to be able to happen. So our weekly schedule was like we had Mondays off, Tuesday through Thursday we would play actual matches, so the weekly survival, unless we qualified, of course, during one of those days, and we'd have the other days off. And then Friday we would have off as well, but usually Monday or Friday we would try to scrim in between like our off time. So and then Saturday, Sunday was finals or bottom 16, so we played in that. So it was just a lot of playing PUBG and like very little off time, mainly just grinding the whole time we were there. So it was fun though. So they had like a PGI.S zone where we could go and where we couldn't. We were stuck on the very western island of Korea. I don't know exactly what it's called or how to say it, but it's just the little island with the airport on it. I mean, I was told that going there isn't like visiting Korea because it's just completely different. It's like its own little area. But I mean, going from the US to Korea, like even on that little island, was so different. It was really incredible. And even going like to the little downtown part there, like there's not very much on the island, but there's like a little downtown like section that we went to and we visited as a team. I went with one of my big friends and supporters, Tim the Tuna, so that was really cool. I got to meet a lot of cool people. So I mean, we got to visit a little bit, but we didn't really get to get off the island, so that sucks. I don't want to speak for my teammates personally because everyone's different, but for me, it's just knowing that I can be better like than I was in my previous performance, and being with the team as much as possible, being able to grind, and just knowing that like we still haven't even got anywhere near our peak is pretty incredible. So that's like my main motivating factor, is knowing that I could be better. So that's what I would say. Positive, I would say Zenith was pretty incredible throughout the last few weeks of the tournament. I think at the beginning and the middle they struggled a lot, but they ended super strong. They got like, I think they won week 4, and then week 6 they got second, which is incredible. And to have 2 NA teams on like top 2 is pretty awesome. And then negative, I was extremely disappointed and sad for them. Kia, I think they played very poorly, and they were one of like my highest, like I expected them to do the best, I would say. And like I loved all of those guys. Like they were like the first team that I like talked to whenever I got there, because we both did extremely well in ranked decision, and they're just really funny, awesome guys, and seeing them like play so poorly was awful, and it was rough, and I feel really bad for them. In general, if I'm not gonna say my team because I think all of them impressed me a lot, but in general, I would say Longsker really impressed me. I knew that he was very good and like one of the best players in the world, but I didn't know how good he was. And every time you fight them, it's just like you need to watch out for him because he's incredible. And then one from our reason specifically is Sparking, from the Americas region. He's absolutely insane, and I think he had the most average damage in the tournament, like per round. So I mean, he's cracked out of his mind. He's really fun to watch, and he's hard to play against. Ooh, that's a hard question. Like, I think the format should just be getting rid of. I understand, like, that it's really good for viewers, and personally, if I wouldn't be playing it, I would be saying that it's awesome to watch and that I would want it. But playing in it, it's really hard for everyone's mental, and it's just hard to play in. Like, I don't know. I feel like, you know, the players' opinions should matter a lot in, you know, to PUBG. So I would hope that they would not adopt the format for other tournaments, but I mean, if they do it, we just have to, you know, adapt to it and play it like we did. So, I mean, I've complained enough about the format. I'm just gonna go for it, you know, just deal with it. So before this year, I thought that it was going downhill, and then after this year, seeing everything grow and how the viewership has grown, and specifically being in like the discords where I see up and coming players and new prospects, I think it's definitely on the uphill now. I mean, I think that there's so many good teams forming. Like right now, it's roster royale, so I can kind of see what's going on with all the rosters, and I think every team's just going to get better. I think that maybe the bottom teams in like North America and Europe are going to struggle a lot because a lot of the talent's going to go to the top, like of the teams, to try to create better teams so they can compete better at globals and stuff. So I think that the top teams are going to be super exciting to watch, and I think hopefully there's going to be a lot of talent coming in for the middle and bottom tier teams. So I'm excited for that, to see what happens. I think the only thing that we could do better is having, I mean, this is on tournament organizers, is just having more tournaments for like tier 2 teams so that they can develop and play more against, you know, their level, and then, you know, slowly adopt it into the higher leagues, which would be, you know, PGI.S and ESL and stuff. I think having like an open qualifiers is good, but going directly from an open qualifiers to like PGI.S is extremely hard. You know, it's like going from tier 3 to tier 1 real fast, and it's just really hard for them to adapt to it. So I think personally you could have like tier 2 tournaments that, I mean, and there are some that was going on while we were gone, but specifically while these teams are competing like in PGI.S, if there was like another tournament going on while PGI.S was going on for the teams that didn't qualify, I think that would be really good for the development of the scene for sure. I mean, obviously we plan on doing our best to win everything, every tournament that we can play in, and we don't plan on stopping anytime soon. Like I said earlier, we could always be better. But personally, for us, I mean, we want to grow our streams. If it's not about competitive, it's about streaming and giving back to our fans, and, you know, of course, doing our best for the scene to grow. So anything that we could do, we're going to do it. So I think the biggest thing for new players is having good mental attitudes. This game is really easy to tilt in because a lot of stuff you can't control. But if you work on your mental and your communication and the way you talk to people, it'll get you so much further than just worrying about your mechanics. Because that's so small in this game compared to the other things. Just work on the way you talk to people and your communication, you'll be fine. I mean, from the whole team and the organization, we just thank you guys so much. Like, you guys have been super incredible, and we're very thankful for you guys supporting us and the team. And, you know, I'm sure that the guys would say the same thing. So I'll just say for all of them, thank you guys. Even for the people that don't believe in us, like, it just motivates us even more to be better. So thank you guys so much. And we hope to continue to do well for you guys this year.
These final players of E36 remember you. Oh! Wow. Drop shot. Shrimzy straight out of the window.